Hi everyone, it's reading time. Are you ready for reading time? Okay, what kind of ears do we need? Listening ears. And what kind of mouth do we need to have? A quiet mouth. And what kind of body do we use for reading time? A calm and quiet body, that's right. Today we're going to read about the Mixed Up Chameleon. Look at all of the different colors that he is. What color is this? Red. What color is this one? Yellow. I think we're going to learn about all of these different colors. Are you ready? Okay. On a shiny green leaf sat a small green chameleon. It moved onto a brown tree and turned brownish. Then it rested on a red flower and turned reddish. When the chameleon moved slowly across the yellow sand, it turned yellowish. You could hardly see it. When the chameleon was warm and had something to eat, he turned sparkling, what color? Green. But when it was cold and hungry, it turned gray and dull. When the chameleon was hungry, it was still and waited. Its eyes moved up and down, sideways, until it spotted a fly. Then the chameleon's long and sticky tongue shot out and caught the fly. That was its life. It wasn't very exciting. But one day, the chameleon saw a zoo. It had never seen so many beautiful animals. Can you see all the beautiful animals? What do we have here? It's a turtle. And what's up here? A polar bear. And over here we have, what's that? An elephant, and who has a long neck? Giraffe. The chameleon thought, how small I am, how slow, how weak. I wish I could be big and white like a polar bear. And the chameleon's wish came true. But was it happy? No. I wish I could be handsome like a flamingo. What color is a flamingo? Pink. And what kind of arms does he have now? Wings. I wish I could be smart like a fox. What color is the fox? Orange. And he now has a long tail like a fox. I wish I could swim like a fish. Uh-oh, what kind of fish is that? Oh, it's a goldfish. You see, he now has flippers and fins. He looks silly. I wish I could run like a deer. Look at the deer. Now he has what on top of his head? Antlers. That's too many parts. I wish I could see things far away like a giraffe. What did he get from the giraffe? A long neck. I wish I could hide in a shell like a turtle. Oh my. He has a shell, a green shell like a turtle. I wish I could be strong like an elephant. Oh no, now he looks very silly. Look at all of the animal parts he has. I wish I could be funny like a seal. Oh no, that's just too many body parts. Do you think he can walk around like that? No, it'll be too hard. I wish I could be like people. That's us. Just then, a fly flew by. The chameleon was very hungry, but the chameleon was very mixed up. It was a little of this and it was a little of that, and it couldn't catch the fly. But who can catch the fly? The chameleon can. Let's see how he does it. I wish I could be myself. The chameleon's wish came true, and it caught the fly. What is he underneath? A rainbow. Do you remember when we made rainbows with our fingers? With our 2 fingers, we made rainbows. And look, now we can see all the different colors he became. What color is the polar bear? White. What color is the flamingo? Pink. And the fox? Orange. Goldfish? Gold. Deer. Brown. Giraffe. Yellow. Turtle. Green. Elephant. Blue. Seal. Purple. And then people. The end. Are you ready for another book? Okay, let's do another book. I have The Tiny Seed. We're going to learn about a flower. Is this a big flower or a little flower? It's a big flower. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. One of the seeds is tiny, smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? Where do you think the seeds are going to go? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it up. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Oh no, poor seed. Another seed lands on a tall and icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water and drowns. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. What's in the water? You're right, it's a fish. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry, and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. What do we know that a seed needs to grow? It needs dirt and sunshine and water, but there's no water in the desert. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. What colors do you see in the bird? Did you say red? That's right. And what about purple? And yellow. This is a beautiful bird. Now it is winter. Is it hot in the winter? It's cold, that's right, and we wear our coats. After their long trip, the seed settles down. They look just as if they are going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. And a hungry mouse that also lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. Hungry little mouse. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. It is really spring, just like here. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open. Now they are not seeds anymore, they're plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then their little stem and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun and air. There is another plant that grows much faster than the little plants. It is a big, fat weed, and it takes all the sunlight and the rain away from the ones of the small new plants. And that little plant dies. Oh no. The tiny seed hasn't begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally, it too starts to grow into a plant. Do you see the big weed is covering up the baby plants so they cannot grow because they need the sunshine and rain. The warm weather also brings the children out to play. They too have been waiting for the sun and springtime. One child doesn't see the plants as he runs along, and he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. So we need to be very careful when we go outside, when we see new plants. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud, and now even a flower. But what is happening? First, there are footsteps. Then a shadow looms over them. Then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. Do you think the flower can grow anymore if it is picked? No, it can't. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. Is that a kind thing to do? Yes, for the friend, but not so much for the plant. It is summer. What kind of weather do we have during the summer? Yes, we have hot weather. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. It doesn't stop. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. It is a giant flower. Look how big that flower is. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come visiting. They have never seen such a big, beautiful flower. Now it is autumn again. That means a whole year has gone by. The days grow shorter, the nights grow cooler, and the wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower, and they sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down to the ground. Do you see the leaves are changing colors? What colors do you see the leaves have? yellow, red, orange, and a little green left over from summertime. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time, the flower's seed pod opens. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. See them? Just like when we blow our dandelions, we can see the seeds going away on the wind. The end. What do you think happened to those seeds? They became big, beautiful flowers too, because they got planted. Okay, we have one more book. Are you ready? Are you sure? Are you still using your listening ears? Okay, this one is called Rooster's Off to See the World. What does the rooster say? I can hear you. Cock-a-doodle-doo, that's right. One fine morning, a rooster decided that he wanted to travel. So right then and there, he set out to see the world. He hadn't walked very far when he began to feel lonely. Just then, he met two cats. The rooster said to them, "Come along with me to see the world." The cats liked the idea of a trip very much. "We would love to," they purred, and set off down the road with the rooster. How many friends do they have now? 1, 2, 3. 3 friends going on a trip. As they wandered on, the rooster and the cats met 3 frogs. "How would you like to come with us to see the world?" asked the rooster, eager for more company. "Why not?" answered the frogs. "We are not busy now." So the frogs jumped along behind the rooster and the cats. What do frogs say? Ribbit, ribbit. After a while, the rooster, the cats, and the frogs saw 4 crawling slowly down the road. What are they? Turtles. "Hey," said the rooster, "how would you like to see the world?" "It might be fun," snapped one of the turtles, and they joined the others. How many friends do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. As the rooster, the cats, the frogs, and the turtles walked along, they came to 5 fish swimming in the brook. "Where are you going?" asked the fish. "We're off to see the world," answered the rooster. "May we come along?" pleaded the fish. "Delighted to have you," the rooster replied, and so the fish came along to see the world. The sun went down. It began to get dark. The moon came up over the horizon. "Where's our dinner?" asked the cats. "Where are we supposed to sleep?" asked the frogs. "We're cold," complained the turtles. Just then, some fireflies flew overhead. "We're afraid," cried the fish. Now the rooster really had not made any plans for the trip around the world. He had not remembered to think about food and shelter, so he didn't know how to answer his friends. Uh-oh, does that seem like a good idea? No. After a few minutes of silence, the fish suddenly decided that it might be best if they headed home. They wished the others a happy trip and swam away. How many fish swam away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the turtles began to think about their warm house. They turned and crawled back down the road without so much as a goodbye. How many turtles left? 1, 2, 3, 4. The frogs weren't too happy with the trip anymore, either. First one, and then another, and finally the last one jumped away. They were polite enough, though, to wish the rooster a good evening as they disappeared into the night. 1, 2, 3. The cats then remembered an unfinished meal they had left behind. They kindly wished the rooster a happy journey, and they too headed for home. 1, 2 cats. Now the rooster was all alone, and he hadn't seen anything of the world. He thought for a minute and then said to the moon, "To tell you the truth, I'm not only hungry and cold, but I'm homesick as well." The moon did not answer. It too disappeared. How did the moon disappear? The rooster knew what he had to do. He turned around and went back home again. He enjoyed a good meal of grain and then sat on his very own perch. After a while, he went to sleep and had a wonderful, happy dream, all about a trip around the world. The end. Okay, that's all of story time. Did you enjoy it? If you'd like to tell me what your favorite book was, I would love to hear it. Until next time.